Well. Welcome to my class. We're going to discuss primary 6 science. And Nicholas Atwin is going to present. You can reach me on these telephone numbers. This is my email. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Atwin Nicholas. LinkedIn, you can find me via Atwin Nicholas. We are going to discuss circulatory system. Human body is the theme. The topic is circulatory system, and subtopic, we are going to discuss components of the circulatory system. Circulatory system, to give you an overview, to circulate, it means to move around something. So this is the system in the body. It's the system in the body that helps in transportation of body fluids. So components, the circulatory system is also called transport system of the body, as I've told you. Then it involves supply of blood cells with the fluids in the body. All fluids in the body, they do move in this system. Then components of the circulatory system are the features that connect, allow smooth flow of blood fluids. We shall look at the different components that actually facilitate smooth flow of body fluids. We go straight to components of circulatory system. Circulatory system is made up of the heart. I think you have ever heard of the word heart, because we discussed body organs in primary 4, whereby we saw heart as a major organ meant to pump blood to all body parts. So have heart as the main, have blood, that's the fluid that moves in the body. Then where does that fluid move? It moves in blood vessels. Those are channels. The heart is a main circulatory organ in the mammalian body, which pumps blood to all body parts. I'm emphasizing this. The main role of the heart is to pump blood to all body parts. It is enclosed in the thorax in a tough membrane called pericardium. This is the membrane that shields the heart, pericardium. The heart has 4 chambers. We are going to see them. 2 upper chambers, those are called auricles, as we're going to see on our structure, and 2 lower chambers, and they are called ventricles. There is a point of emphasis here. The heart is made up of cardiac muscles. I repeat, the heart is made up of cardiac muscles. They will pose a question and ask the muscles, the name given to muscles that make up the heart. We move to the structure. This is the structure of the heart. Pay attention class. It has this vena cava. Blood from all body parts enter through vena cava. We have this upper one and this lower one. And blood from all body parts will have less oxygen. Therefore, we shall say it is deoxygenated blood. That blood will come and enter this right atrium, this sector, this right atrium. Then it flows downwards. When it flows and reaches here, these valves, this and this, will close. And we shall look at the role of valves, valves prevent the backflow of blood. When valves do close here, there is pressure will be mounted here. Pressure will be exerted here, this part. Then blood will try to get the way out. It will be like, where should I pass? And it will have only one way out. which is this. Now blood will take this direction. These valves will open. It takes this direction, and it goes through pulmonary arteries. And these pulmonary arteries are connected to lungs. So meaning the oxygenated blood will move from here and go to lungs. Lungs are somewhere. And why does blood go to lungs? Blood will go to lungs to pick oxygen and drop carbon dioxide. Blood with oxygen now will come from lungs, and it will enter through this part that we call pulmonary vein. Pulmonary, it's P-U-L, pulmonary vein. Then it enters here. It will be called oxygenated blood, meaning it will be blood carrying oxygen. It will enter, it slopes, then these valves will close. And when these valves close, pressure will be mounted here, and a great pressure this time. Because when you just look at the structure, the ventricle here, this left ventricle is thicker than this one, than this right ventricle, because it will be pushing blood, oxygenated blood, to all body parts. Now oxygenated blood will have to get the way out. Where will it pass? When too much pressure is exerted here, it will have to move away and pass through aorta. This is a blood vessel. This is a way that will help blood to move back to all body parts. I repeat the cycle: saturation. Blood from all body parts, that is deoxygenated blood, will enter through this vena cava. This should be C-A-V-A, V-E-N-A-C-A-V-A, not vena cave. It's vena cava, like this one. It is C-A-V-A. This one is also supposed to be V-A. It enters here. When it slopes down, these valves will close. When they close, pressure will be mounted here. When pressure is exerted here, blood will move through here. It goes to lungs. Lungs are somewhere, they are connected to here. Why does it go to lungs? It goes to the lungs to pick oxygen and drop carbon dioxide. Now blood will enter. You can see these arrows. Blood from lungs, and that blood will be called oxygenated blood, will pass through pulmonary vein and enters the heart again. When it enters, it will slope, then these valves will close, then great pressure will be mounted here. Remember, this side is thicker than this. Why? It's because it must be thicker to pump oxygenated blood with a great pressure for long distance. Then pressure will be exerted here. This part will be closed, and blood will just get way out and pass through this aorta. And it is through this aorta that blood will go all the body parts. That is what we can discuss on blood saturation. Next time I come, we shall add on. I wish to rest my case. Bye-bye.